It's really interesting to me that often when people talk about faith, they talk about a very private, internal sort of thing. But faith, as Hebrews actually tells us, faith is about confidence in the things that God has spoken to us about. Faith is that boldness and that courage to believe that what God has said will take place, and what God has prepared for us is in our future if we walk towards it, as in we receive it if we walk towards it. It is there whether we like it or not. It's whether we're going to be faithful to position ourselves to experience that. And so we need to understand that when it comes to your purpose and when it comes to living a life of faith, the life that truly honors God in worship is one that is bold. God has not designed us to be fearful, but fear is almost like this instinctive experience. It's just kind of instinctive to be afraid. When it's dark, it kind of just feels a bit, what's going on over here? And you see kids from a young age, just that natural fear of the dark. And fear is just an instinctive thing. But Paul is saying here, hey, Timothy, don't forget that you have the Holy Spirit. You've not been given a spirit of fear. That's the default experience of humanity, is a spirit of fear. But we've been given the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is a spirit of power, a spirit of love, and a spirit of self-control. And you will be able to overcome the spirit of fear when we get, not just receive the Holy Spirit, but we are deliberate and intentional about allowing the Holy Spirit to overcome fear in our lives. Because we can be Christians and be afraid. We can be full of the Holy Spirit and still experience those feelings of fear. But this is what courage is. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to pursue God, even in the midst of fear. Faith is not just like blindly doing stupid things, just, I'm living on the edge, I'm doing all these dangerous things. No, faith is about hearing the voice of God and then responding to what God can see and what God is saying in the midst of our feelings, in the midst of our experience. And I've got a feeling today that there are some people are listening right now, and there is stuff on the inside of you that is part of your purpose. It's a dream from being a child. It's something that you've had carried in your heart for a few years, but you haven't acted on it. You haven't taken faith and let it be out expressed in works, which is what James calls, that's genuine faith. Proven faith is when it's not just internal, but it becomes external impact. It's not just internal reflection, but it's actually making a difference in someone's life. And I know that when we do that's when we worship God. That's when we truly bring glory to Jesus Christ, is when we fulfill our purpose and we overcome fear.